in this tutorial we are going to be installing Python's official compiler on our PC/laptop. And in the previous videos we talked about that what is Python and why should we learn Python. And if you remember, we also talked about that in order to type our code we need to type it in a special program called a compiler. Now there are multiple types of compilers which you can use, but in order to teach you guys some basic Python concepts, I'll be using Python's official compiler, and then in order to teach you guys advanced concepts, I'll be using some advanced compilers like Google Colab or Jupyter Notebook, but you guys don't have to worry about that right now. So let's get started. So basically first you'll go to www.python.org/downloads, and then you're going to press on download Python 3.11. Now before pressing on it, let me explain you that there are multiple different types of versions of Python's compiler, and basically the difference is that some features are being added and some features are being removed, but you don't have to worry about that. But in future, if you want to download any specific old version, you can always scroll down the site, and here you can see it says looking for a specific release, and then you can see the versions number like 3.6, 2.7, 3.5, 3.4 and so on. But we are going to be using Python's official compiler like 3.11 version for our videos. So just press on download Python 3.11. Once you have pressed on it, then you press on the exe file which has been downloaded, and you're going to see a similar exe file like install Python 3.11 64. Now remember that you have to tick this box since it's really important, and I'm gonna explain on later in the videos. So just press on customize installation, then it should, these all boxes should be ticked, then you press on next, then you have to press on install Python 3.11 for all users, and this is the directory where your Python, all the Python files would be installed, and I would just suggest you guys to keep it in local drive C, and then just press on install. So once the setup was successful, you'll just close it. So then you'll proceed to your search bar, and the search bar might be different for you guys since some of you might be on Windows 10, but I'm here on Windows 11. Basically you go to your search bar and write IDLE, and then you're gonna press on this one. It's basically pronounced as idle, and this is basically where this is the idle shell where you can see the output of your code. And in order to write your code in a file, you press on file and press on new file. Now just to minimize that, now if you guys think the font size is a bit too small for you guys, you can always press on options, then press on configure idle, and then here you can figure out your size, like you can change it to 16, you can change it to 18, but I would just prefer 10 for right now for myself. Then I'll press on apply and okay. Now I'll go back to my file which is named as untitled, and basically I can just save it first, and I'll just say save as on my, I'll save it on my desktop like Python tutorial, and then okay, so I've saved it and it is renamed as Python tutorial.py. Now we can run our first code, and then we can basically say print double quotes hello world, and you have to put double quotes here. So basically print is a function which basically displays a text on your screen or an integer or float, and basically you can just put the syntax is you have to write print, then you have to put brackets, and inside brackets you have to put double quotes, and then inside the double quotes you have to put your text. Now you can do it in single quotes as well, so I can cover the text in single quotes and it's going to give me the same output. So once I run it, source mode please here, okay, then it gives me hello world. So I get my output here, hello world, and basically what I told you is that print basically displays a text on your application. And congratulations, now you have successfully wrote your first line of code. And basically we can also do specific maths operations, like we can say print, not only you can write text, you can also do some maths operations, like you can say 2 plus 2, and then if you run this one, You can see it says here, it gives me the output 4, and it's going to give me hello world again since I'm running the code again, so don't get confused by two hello worlds. And it gives me the output 2 plus 2 4, and I can do subtraction as well, -2 -1, let's say, and then I'll run the module and it gives me 1. 2 minus 1 1. Okay, so guys, this was the installation of Python compiler for you guys, and in the next video we are going to discuss about variables. So I'll see you till the next tutorial. Until then, assalamu alaikum.